He was a bully, but not always in such a bad way.
Lauren Chesley Miller was a teenager in 1977 when the Beverly Hills Supper Club fire turned her father into a household name in Cincinnati.
He was the guy who was going to get it done, and you know what he did?
This was a tragedy that should not have occurred.
Stan Chesley reinvented class action litigation by suing hundreds of defendants in the Beverly Hills case, including the entire aluminum wiring industry. He won nearly $50 million in damages for the 165 families who lost loved ones in the fire.
He changed a lot of laws. He changed sprinkler systems. He went after the people, the manufacturers, even though the insurance wasn't there for the owners of the supper club. He was clever, he was smarter, he dug deeper.
Chesley followed that win with a string of settlements worth billions for clients harmed by industrial accidents, breast implants, plane crashes, and tobacco smoke.
I think you could argue he was possibly the most successful class action attorney in the United States.
Lexington author Rick Christman studied Chesley's career for a 2021 book about the Fen-Phen diet pill scandal.
He intimidated people, and that's how he won these cases. It was through his own personality, not necessarily the facts.
Chesley used his wealth and fame to support Democratic politicians, including Bill Clinton, who made Chesley's wife, Susan DeLotte, a federal judge in 1995. Their Indian Hill mansion had a luxury car collection. Chesley's downtown office had a gold leaf ceiling. But that's not how his daughter remembers Stan Chesley.
He would show up at a swim meet and sit there for 6 hours, sweating to death, to wait to watch Lily, his granddaughter, swim 30 seconds. And he would cheer and scream, and he was just so into it. He wasn't like that as a father, but as a grandfather, he was just special. And my kids have the best memories of him.
So does former Cincinnati Mayor Mark Mallory.
That doesn't mean he's not rough sometimes and gruff sometimes, but Stan Chesley equals good heart and generous activities and commitment.
For every pool.
For years, Mallory said Chesley raised money to keep city pools open longer.
I have lots of pictures with him presenting checks for $200,000 here, $250,000 there. And I think over the years, he contributed and raised more than $1 million.
The son of immigrants who worked 3 jobs to put himself through law school always saw himself as a champion for the little guy.
You know, he would walk into the precinct on prom night and pick up the check for a table of 8.
Sometimes he would read the newspaper and read about a person who was wronged in some way, and he'd call them up and say, I want to represent you at no cost to you. I don't want any part of the settlement. I just think what happened to you was wrong, and you need good representation. I want to be that for you.
Chesley's legal career ended in 2013 when the Kentucky Supreme Court disbarred him for taking improper fees from a $200 million settlement in a Boone County Fen-Phen case.
I called it Icarian ambition, that he just got too close to the sun, and it ruined him.
That was a period when people had a different view of him. But as someone who knew him as well as I did, I can safely say that the entire man is a fantastic person.
Chesley spent his final years with dementia.
It's a terrible way to go out. You know, it's a terrible disease with no end, you know. So it's, I hate going there because it breaks my heart, because I remember like all the good stuff, you know, all the like hilarious adventures we would go on. And yeah, I mean, he just, he loved deeply.
Dan Monk, WCPO 9 News.